Your Bad Boys Bail Bonds. We'll get it right one of these days. The Bad Boys Bail Bonds, IMCA Hobby Stocks, and they are going to line up like this. On the pole position for heat race number 1 is going to be the 74 of John Bass. To his outside will be the 75 senior of Marvin Griffiths Sr. Mallory Stifler in the M87 will make up the inside of row number 2. Then it's the 22A of Dalton Ronnebaum. The 7 of Nicholas Ronnebaum, last week's winner, will line up inside of row number 3. Tyler Hendricks, the hitman, is on his outside, the 25. And then shotgun on the field will be 66L. That's Larry Hunter. 6 laps in length for your heat race here. Opening up the night here on Reed Company LLC night at the races. And as we continue under green flag, tight racing quarters all the way around. Marvin Griffiths Sr., though, out in front looking solid here as we move right along here in heat race number 1 of your Bad Boys Bail Bonds IMCA Hobby Stocks. First of 4 classes. Right now, Tyler Hendricks looking to make the move coming out of turn number 4. Uh-oh, trouble for John Bass. He gets sideways, collects the M87 of Mallory Stifler. And then Larry Hunter in the 66L comes and gets into the front of Stifler. So trouble from 5th, 6th, and 7th here in heat race number 1. Looks like a radiator issue might be troubling Mallory Stifler. Lights out on the speedway. We should be ready to go this time by. Flagman Tim will look him over. Tyler Hendricks will look to light the tires this time by, coming out of 4. As they head down the back straightaway, Tyler Hendricks still out in front showing the way. Marvin Griffith Jr. hanging on to that 2nd spot. The Ronnebaum's right behind him, though, in 3rd and 4th. Out of 4, your leader will see the white flag this time by. One lap to go for Hendricks in the 25. Trouble for Marvin Griffith Sr. up on his wheels. He will roll over. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Red flag situation. And Thunderhill Speedway crew will go and take care of the situation. And it looks like the driver is okay. He has motioned to the crew and said that he is okay. So Marvin Griffith Sr. will get him straightened back up. And boy, with a bad break and a bad rollover at the beginning of the night, not the way you would want to start a night, end a night, or even be involved on a night. But Marvin Griffith Sr., tough as nails, will get him back up, and we'll get him back in the pit area. Up front, the 22A of Dalton Ronnebaum sitting right behind him, and then Nicholas Ronnebaum, your 3 remaining competitors on the speedway. Lights will go out on the backstretch this time by. Green-white checkered finish coming up here in heat race number 1 of your Bad Boys Bail Bonds IMCA Hobby Stocks. And there comes the green. Your leader, Hendricks, will now see the white one more time. Dalton and Nicholas Ronnebaum, if they've got to move up their sleeve, they're going to need to pull it out right now because Hendricks pulling away as he goes around on the white flag. Feature winner from this season here in your IMCA Hobby Stocks, going to pick up a heat race win here, the 25 of Tyler Hendricks. Dalton Ronnebaum comes home second. Nicholas Ronnebaum will finish in third. Heat race number 2 getting ready to come out for your bad boys bail bonds IMCA Hobby Stocks. The front row on the pole position will be the 97 of Raymond Bosch. To his outside will be the 91J of Jalen Wettengill. Bradley Sheets in the 27X will start inside of row number 2. To his outside, the 27P of Patrick Tifo. In row number 3 will be the 6B of Travis Berger and the 53T of... Lineup is good on the Speedway. Bosch and Wettengill will pace him down the back straightaway, getting ready to come to the green flag this time by. Travis Berger, row number 3 on the inside, the 6. That is your current points leader here in the Bad Boys Bail Bonds IMCA Hobby Stocks. Green flag comes out, off and running we go. A little side slapping going on through the field. Bosch and Tifo. Tifo gets the better of the deal, takes away that second spot. Wettengill out in front by about 5 car lengths as they head into turn 3 on the opening lap. The Mopar, the 91J of Jalen Wettengill out in the lead here in the early going. Patrick Tifo watching him in that 27P right behind him, looking to jump to the front spot. He'll have to think better of it as he dives down, and that does not stick. He'll come back into that second spot. Bosch and now Berger with a little bit of bumper tag on the front straightaway. They get it gathered up. Berger will make the pass and take the third position. Here's a battle for your lead, though, as they come out of turn number 4. Bottom of the racetrack. Tifo, top of the racetrack. Wettengill side by side at the flag stand. We'll give that one to Wettengill. Tifo throws her up on the high side of the racetrack. Going to eat the very bottom of the racetrack as he comes off. He will not get the job done one more time, but boy, he's given it all he's got. He paid for every inch of the racetrack when he came in tonight, and he's going to use every inch of the racetrack by the time it's over. Looking to the inside this time by. He's going to dig it in hard. He's going to wash up right in front of Wettengill. Here comes Berger to the backside as they come to the white flag. New leader, Patrick Tifo. Now working his way, trying to get past Wettengill for second is the 6 of Berger. But right now, though, the man on the mission, the man of the hour, is out in front, going to pick up the win here in heat race number 2 of your hobby stocks, the 27P of Patrick Tifo. Jalen Wettengill comes home second. Travis Berger finishes in third. Raymond Bosch comes home fourth. And then rounding out your top 5 will be the 27X of Bradley Sheets. And now moving on to the Speedway will be your Belleville Motorsports IMCA Northern Sport Mods. The pole position is the 34D of Travis Neely. Outside of him will be the 71S of Derek Smith. Ricky Abrams in the 17 Junior and the 50 of Gary Holthouse make up row number 2. And in row number 3, it's the 12 of Brian Rigsby and the L26 of Luke Stahlbaumer. Billy Carino in the 23C will start shotgun all by his lonesome in row number 4, and that'll make up your first of 3 heat races here in your Belleville Motorsports IMCA Northern Sport Mods. Right now, Travis Neely, Derek Smith going to bring us down to the green flag here for your first heat race of your Sport Mods. Billy Carino hanging on. He'll get back onto the racetrack as everybody goes around. Stays green on the Speedway here on the opening lap. Travis Neely in the 34D showing the way as he'll lead Derek Smith to the stripe. Making a little bit of contact with Brian Rigsby. Going to pull the door up on Rigsby's car. You take a look at him when he turns down into the turn. Looks like the A-pillar up on that car and the door did it a little bit. Everybody stays green on the Speedway. And right now out in front, Travis Neely having a good run there out in the top spot here in heat race number 1 of your Northern Sport Mod. Neely, Smith, and now Ricky Abrams in the 17 Junior, your top 3 on the Speedway. White flag should come out this next time by. He'll gather it up this time by. Travis Neely gets the white flag. He's got 1 to go. Derek Smith, Ricky Abrams trying to keep pace as they run 2nd and 3rd. Neely, though, with a good run down the back chute. He'll let it rip through 3. He'll come roaring out of turn number 4. Your winner of the IMCA Northern Sport Mod Heat Race number 1, the 34D. That is Travis Neely. Derek Smith comes home 2nd. Ricky Abrams in 3rd. Luke Stahlbaumer 4th. 5th will go to Ryan Rigsby. But your winner, the 34D of Travis Neely. Heat race number 2 of your Belleville Motorsports IMCA Northern Sport Mods looks like this. Randy Davis in the 4 is on the pole position. Outside of him is the 22 of Pat Mitchell. Austin Charles and Troy Baumgardner make up the inside and outside of row number 2. Row 3, the X1 of Tracy Schaefer coming off a 3rd place run last week. Aaron Hilden in the 65 and Jeremy Pitzenbarger in row number 4. Now all of our sponsors here at Thunder Hill Speedway, we wouldn't have the Saturday Night Clash on the Hill. Thank you for all that you do. Lights off, Randy Davis, Pat Mitchell bringing us to green flag action. Flagman Tim throws the green and we're going. out your top 5 will be the 427 of Troy Baumgartner. But your winner of heat race number 2, the 4 of Randy Davis. Heat race number 3 for your Belleville Motorsports IMCA Northern Sport Mods getting ready to come out onto the track. The 45W, Kyle Williams, will be on the front row, along with the 42 of Brett Daggett. Then it's going to be the 18 of Jacob Davis and the 97S of Eddie Schwope III. The 91 of Eddie Schwope Jr. will be inside of row number 3. Then it's going to be the 2C of Matthew Kroll outside of him. In row number 4, haven't heard if he has made the call yet, but it sounds like that PJ Conger has not made it into the staging area. We'll see if he rolls out when they come out. Well, looking over there right now, I do not see him. Jacob Davis, Brett Daggett bringing us to the green one more time tonight. Making his way to the front in a hurry. Davis, Schwope, Crowell, and Schwope. Turn number 4 this time by Eddie Schwope III, going to try to keep pace, but right now it's a 3-car battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Jacob Davis, the 18, out in front. White flag will come out this time by to your leader, Jacob Davis. Brett Daggett in the 42, trouble for him. He'll go off the racetrack. Top 4 cars battling out here in the final lap. Right now, Jacob Davis with the upper hand, the 18. Crowell trying to make a move in the last corner. He won't get it done. Jacob Davis will get the win. Eddie Schwope III comes home 2nd. 3rd will go to Matthew Crowell. And then Eddie Schwope Jr. will finish 4th. Kyle Williams comes home 5th. Your winner, though, the 18 of Jacob Davis. Behind the repair service, IMCA stock cars. 12 cars in competition tonight. On the pole position for heat race number 1, it'll be Brandon Kid Rocket Concrete to his outside, the T22 of Mike Taylor. Then in row number 2, it'll be the 29 of Greg Dieters. Outside of him will be the double X of Gene Stiegel. Then it's Eric Weir in the C15 inside of row number 3. His twin brother Leaf Weir will be to his outside in the 15, and that will make up heat race number 1 for your Hind Repair Service IMCA stock cars. Brandon Concrete, Mike Taylor bringing us around one more time as we get ready to kick off another heat race. Concrete's on the gas, and we go green. Battles wild and woolly here on the opening lap. Right now, Kid Rocket, Concrete out in front in the 24C. Good battle for 2nd, though. Mike Taylor to the inside. He's going to give way to the double X of Gene Stiegel, as Stiegel will take away 2nd, looking for more. But here comes Greg Dieters in the 29 on the high side. Keep an eye on this group, fans. This is a good bunch. Conkright still holds a tight lead, but here comes Stiegel to the inside. Then you got Greg Dieters. Dieters getting a little bit of a squeeze from Stiegel as they go down the back straightaway. Everybody's going to check up. And we still stay green. Dieters now working to the inside of Stiegel. Little puff of smoke that time going into turn number 1. Keep an eye on the 29 of Greg Dieters. Working lap number 4, your leader still the youngster, the 24C of Brandon Conkright. Gene Stiegel inching a little bit closer. Greg Dieters falling back just a hair. Here comes Mike Taylor working to his inside for third. Taylor now under an assault from one of the Weir brothers. Eric Weir battling for that 4th position. Little bump drafting going down the back straightaway between Dieters and Stiegel. That's allowing Brandon Conkright to scoot away. Now Dieters going to work to the bottom of Stiegel. Looks like Stiegel might be having problems as he's going to give up a couple of spots to the white flag. And you see Stiegel pulling to the top of the racetrack. But your leader looking at picking up a heat race win. Coming screaming out of turn number 4, the 24C of Brandon Conkright picking up the win. Greg Dieters comes home 2nd. Mike Taylor finishes 3rd. Eric Weir comes home 4th. Leif Weir finishes in 5th. Your winner, though, out of heat race number 1 of your IMCA stock cars, it'll be the 24C of Brandon Conkright. Heat race 2 getting ready to roll out onto the Speedway for your Heinen Repair Service IMCA stock cars. Going to line up like this. The 29M of John Meyer will be on the pole position. Brian Labonte is scheduled to be on the outside of the front row. If he is able to make the call, he will be there. If not, looks like it's going to be Marvin Griffith Jr. pulling to the front straightaway in the outside front row position. Matt Haid will start inside of row number 2. Next to Haid will be the 76 of Lance Borgman. Borgman, I believe, one of the other feature winners here this season at Thunder Hill Speedway. Last car on the grid for this heat race will be the X9 of Brad Whitney. So Brian Labonte will not be able to compete here in heat race number 2. His night could be over. We'll check it before we get through intermission, and we'll find out if he will be able to make it back. Lights out on the Speedway. Another 8-lap heat race. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Meyer and Marvin Griffith Jr. bringing us down. Marvin Griffith Jr., your points leader right now, out in front of Lance Borgman as we come out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. Good battle at your top spot. Matt Haid, sitting in the 3rd spot, was your point leader a few weeks back, but a couple weeks of trouble for him have moved him back down the road just a little bit in the point standings. Right now up front, though, it is Marvin Griffith Jr. hanging on to the top spot, but here goes Lance Borgman working to the inside as they go down the back chute. Into turn number 3 they'll go. Tight door-to-door racing as they come out of 4. Great racing action between those two. A lot of respect. Great racing. Borgman goes to the bottom again. Matt Haid also fitting in there. Marvin Griffith, a little bit of a jiggle He'll go back to second. Matt Haid third. Your new leader, though, is the 76 of Lance Borgman. Borgman inching out to a little bit of a lead here as we work on lap number 5. Marvin Griffith and Matt Haid still battling it out for that second position. Brad Whitney up to 4th. John Meyer rounding out your top 5 as they run on the Speedway. White flag, 1 to go for Lance Borgman, where he can pick up win number 2 here tonight. Heat race win number 2 as he comes out of turn number 4. He'll get the job done in the 76. Marvin Griffith Jr. looks like he's going to hang on to second. Matt Haid finishes third. 4th will go to Brad Whitney. And then John Meyer will round out your top 5, but your winner, the 76 of Lance Borgman, picking up the victory here in heat race number 2 of your Heinen Repair Service IMCA stock cars. That'll move us on now to our BSB Manufacturing IMCA Modifieds. 8 laps in length on the heat races here for your Modifieds. The pole position goes to the 54 here in heat 1 to Ricky Tanner. To his outside will be Rodney Klinkner, and the 11K to his outside. Anthony Tanner will be inside of row number 2 in the 7. Then it's the 178 of Alan Halderman to his outside. Justin Becker in the 70 and Danny Holt make up row number 3. Then in row number 4 will be the 9 of Brandon Blocklinger and the 52 of Cliff Shepard. Lights out on the Speedway. Ricky Tanner ready to get this one going, and we step on the gas, and we're underway. Alan Halderman leads lap number 1. Good race throughout the field as we've got Brandon Blocklinger working through the crowd. Danny Holt battling up to a quick, tight second spot on 178 of Alan Halderman. Halderman and Holt showing the way here as we round out lap number 2. Blocklinger now up to 4th, but the battle's for the lead down the back straightaway. Danny Holt about a half a car length ahead of Alan Halderman in the 178. Good race as they come kicking down the straightaway, and it's Danny Holt, your new leader that time by. Holt, man on a mission, lost a drive shaft last week, kept him out of a 3-peat. He's jumping back to the top spot here early tonight, here in heat race number 1 of your IMCA Modifieds. Halderman still in second. Justin Becker holding down 3rd. And Brandon Blocklinger in 4th with Cliff Shepard rounding out your top 5. Holt in a good battle up front right now. Nice lead out in front. Alan Halderman giving good chase as they both get the white flag this time by. And they come out of turn number 4. Your winner of Heat 1 of the Modifieds, the 7D of Danny Holt. Alan Halderman comes home second. Justin Becker in third. Fourth goes to Brandon Blocklinger. And rounding out your top 5 with a 52 of Cliff Shepard. Your winner here at heat race number 1, it'll be the 7D of Danny Holt. Heat race number 2, Chase Klinkner in the 11C will be on the pole position. To his outside to be the 27T of Tim Umscheid. Scott Brown in the 11 and the 6E of Bobby Eubanks make up row number 2. Then it's the 22H of Clay Hale inside of row number 3. Your points leader in the division, the M80 of Matt Stahlbaumer, will be to his outside in row number 3. Then all by his lonesome in row number 4, it's the 91 of Shane Whittingale. Lights out on the Speedway. Pole setter is Chase Klinkner. Green flag comes out and we're underway one more time. Matt Stahlbaumer shooting out to the early lead. Tim Umscheid giving good chase. But right now, winning the battle for second is going to be Scott Brown at the line. Big leader here in the early goings, the M80 of Matt Stahlbaumer. Stahlbaumer, Brown, Clay, Hale, and Eubanks, your top 4. Clay Hale looking to take that second spot away from Scott Brown. Brown shuts the door as they hit into turn 3. On cruise control out in front right now, the M80 of Matt Stahlbaumer. Stahlbaumer with a big lead here in heat race number 2 of your BSB Manufacturing IMCA Modifieds. Oh, trouble for Brown. He slips up. He goes up to the high side of the racetrack. He'll go off. So Brown is out. Hale goes up to second. Eubanks into third. Shane Whittingale in the 91. Looks like engine trouble for him. He's going to pull off. So as they run on the Speedway, Stahlbaumer, Hale, Eubanks, Umscheid, and Klinkner. Matt Stahlbaumer, he'll see the white flag as he gets ready to work lap number 8 this time by. Turned in a lap at 19.286. Matt Stahlbaumer picks up heat race win number 2 here tonight in your BSB IMCA Modifieds. Clay Hale Jr. ends up in that second spot. Bobby Eubanks ends up in third. Tim Umscheid comes home fourth. And then it's Chase Klinkner rounding out your top 5. Heat race number 3 rolling out on the Speedway. Jeffrey Boyd in the 23 will start on the pole position. The 37 of Millard Gibson is to his outside on the front row. Row number 2, it's the 81S of Richard Spriggs on the inside, alongside last week's feature winner, the K27 of Kyle Stahlbaumer. Row number 3, the 19, that's Dave Concrete, and outside of him is the veteran, the 81, Tom Charles, and then Kyle Oberding in row number 4. Third and final heat, folks, for your BSB Manufacturing IMCA Modifieds. A little bit of some trouble going on the Speedway right now, and a free fall is going to be Jeffrey Boyd. Up front the battle, though, Millard Gibson on the high side, Tom Charles on the inside. Kyle Oberding from row number 4 up to 3rd in the first lap. Oberding giving good chase. Charles going to look for the lead as they go down the back chute heading into 3 here on the second lap. Gibson pushes way up on the racetrack. Charles will take that lead. Oberding will move into 2nd. Stahlbomber will go to 3rd. As they run on the speedway, Charles, Oberding, and Stahlbomber, your top 3. Tom Charles, your leader, though, in the 81. The 75, Kyle Oberding, now in a battle with Kyle Stahlbomber as you see him go side by side down the back straightaway. So Stahlbomber on the inside, Oberding on the high side. Oberding will hang on to that 2nd spot. Tom Charles, though, out in front in that 81. Charles setting a mad pace here. Last lap by was a 17.855. Fastest laps of the night. And getting ready to come and see the white flag this time by. It's the 81 of Tom Charles. Good battle for 2nd as they go door to door down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Keep an eye on the 2nd, 3rd place cars. Your leader, though, walking away with heat race win number 3 out of turn number 4. It's the 81 out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. That's Tom Charles. Kyle Stahlbomber, last week's winner, comes home 2nd. Kyle Oberding finishes 3rd. 4th will be Richard Spriggs and Dave Conkrite. Rounds out your top 5. Your winner here in the BSB Manufacturing IMCA Modifieds heat race number 3, the 81 of Tom Charles.